Download Mindset Daily Motivation today, and start taking control of your life. I remember when I ruptured my Achilles. The pain didn't just hit my leg, it hit my purpose. I didn't know if I was ever coming back. That moment felt like the end. Like, this is it. My career might be over. I went home, broken, angry. I worked so hard for that playoff run. For that chance to win. And then this? Building intensity. First came the anger. Then the sadness. Then the question. Now what? That's when the obsession kicked in. A fire to make things right. A drive to make things perfect, even if perfect isn't real. Control what you can. That's the law. That's the mindset. They said, you're good, but not magic. Not Bird. They didn't believe in me. So I made it personal. Rise, stronger tone, voice sharp. Life's tough. Always has been. But you know what? You owe you. So keep going. Turn your dream into reality, no matter the price. Look for fuel. Look for fire in the words of your doubters. You have the power to lose the lead, and still come back and win. But you must get back up. If you stay down when the count hits 9, you never wanted it bad enough. Climax, fierce voice, edge in tone. I've been rejected. Doors slammed in my face. But I didn't quit. Neither should you. Yes, you're bleeding. Yes, it hurts. But get up. Every word I speak is the sound of a comeback. There's something in you, a warrior instinct, that can rise from anything. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. Hard times forge warriors. Warriors create good times. This comeback. It's personal. I owe it to myself. Final impact, calm but powerful tone. Like Muhammad Ali said, it's hard to beat a man who's made up his mind to win. Nobody can stop you, except you. Tired? Tired means nothing. That's just your mind lying to you. I don't get tired. I came to win. And when I beat you, I'll make sure you feel it. I'll make you question your purpose. My father told me, you may not be the best, but leave everything on the floor. Give 120% every day. Outro, slow, deep voice. If you want what others don't have, you must do what others aren't willing to do. Sacrifice. Obsess. Endure pain. Be alone if you must. Success is a lonely path. Only a few are willing to pay the price. The pain you feel now. That's the down payment for the life you're building. For the destiny that's calling you. Move different. Think different. Train different. Live different. And you'll win different. Because the comeback is always more powerful than the setback. You can hate me. That's fine. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win. Even Alexander once said, I have met the enemy, and it is I. That's real. That's powerful. But the truth is deeper. I need more than just myself to fight. I need a new enemy. I need a new target. Because life gets boring without a battle. Michael had it. Brady had it. Kobe lived it. And the greats, they're all recruiting their next war. They need that chaos to awaken what's buried inside. Building intensity, voice sharper. Success is the only revenge. You don't beat them by fighting. You beat them by casting such a massive shadow. They disappear in your silence. You expand, they shrink. You rise, they evaporate. Your dominance makes them irrelevant. And all of it comes down to sacrifice. You want to be the best. You want to stand alone? Then you better be ready to give up everything. Psychologically, physically, emotionally, relationally. Everything. Personal reflection, voice reflective but fierce. I don't compete just for fun. I compete to win. I compete because I love standing at the top of the world. Knowing I bled for it. And yes, it's hard. Waking up at 6 a.m. in the off-season. While your friends sleep in and eat pancakes. It's hard. Dragging your gear in the 90-degree heat. While they're chilling at the pool. It's hard. But you either pay the price now. Or you stay average forever. Motivational peak, voice rising, relentless. No matter who you are. You will get bruised. You will fall. But champions rise. When the world says no, you look in the mirror and say, yes. I believe. Yes. I can. Yes. Nothing will stop me. Obsession and execution, fast, driving rhythm. Want to be great? Then play every single day. Train 2 to 3 hours every single day. Not once a week. Not when you feel like it. You must be obsessive. You must be addicted. You must be disciplined beyond reason. The key is not them. The key is you. Your reflection is the result of your choices. Your identity is forged by your execution. Doctor. Cashier. Athlete. Author. Parent. Whoever you are, there's more in you. But only if you're willing to go deep. Turning point, voice heavy, emotional. Ali once said, suffer now and live the rest of your life a champion. The training didn't kill him. It made him. It forged him. You must believe that nothing outside can stop what's burning inside. Stand on your faith. Stand on your strength. Stand on who the hell you are. Battle cry, loud, thunderous tone. I will rise again. I will conquer. I will not break. And neither will you. You put in the sweat. You put in the tears. You bleed for it. Then you earn it. You hold on. Even when your arms are trembling. Even when the world tells you it's over. Hold on. Because everything you dreamed of, everything you envisioned, is coming. Emotional close, deep voice, slow pace. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, how much more can you take? How far are you willing to go? What tried to kill you has only made you stronger. You were born with greatness. But it won't come easy. You have to build it. Final words, quiet and powerful. I was born David Goggins. But that wasn't enough. David was weak. Scared. Bullied. So I had to build Goggins. Brick by brick. Pain by pain. And now I'm unstoppable. You want to win? Get back to the lab. Turn off the noise. Cut the excuses. And go build your beast. Because the world is watching. And the clock is ticking. It's hard dragging yourself to practice with sweat soaking your gear. When it's 90 degrees outside. And all the other kids are at the beach. It's hard to show up every day. And take hits from kids twice your size. To go home bruised, exhausted, doubting yourself. And still wake up the next morning. Just for a chance to try again. But understand this. Life is hard. Not just football. Not just sports. Life. Reflection, voice slows, tone serious. There will be bumps. Hits. Bruises, physically and emotionally. And the earlier you accept that, the better prepared you'll be. I remember the fourth round passed. Then the fifth. Names kept getting called, mine didn't. Took a walk with my parents. Quiet. Heavy. I was broken inside. Then the Patriots called. And I felt the weight lift, not because I had made it, but because I knew I still had a chance. Mindset shift, tone turns focused. See, the hardest moments in life often become the most defining. Not because they're easy, but because they shape who you are if you face them with humility and use them to grow. That's where it started for me. A work ethic forged in the early mornings, when everyone else was sleeping in. Grind mentality, voice sharpens. I wasn't the prodigy. I didn't have the biggest arm. I wasn't the fastest. But I had something you couldn't see. Discipline. Consistency. Relentless effort. I just kept showing up. Day after day. Quietly. Obsessively. Because if I was going to be great, I needed to outwork everyone who had more talent than me. Breakthrough, tone rises. There are no shortcuts. There is no easy path. It was tough in high school. It was brutal in college. But I learned how to earn trust. I learned how to dig deep. I learned how to lead when no one else believed in me. You have to focus on what you can control. Not what others are doing. Not who's getting the spotlight. Just your 2 reps. Your 1 shot. Process philosophy, slower pace, thoughtful tone. I didn't chase stardom. I chased progress. And the team believed in me. So I refused to let them down. The secret? It's the process. It's not about being the best. It's about doing your best. Every single day. Outcomes are unpredictable. The ball doesn't always bounce your way. Sometimes you lose. But if you trust your process, if your discipline is real, you will grow. Killer instinct, fire rising in the voice. Did I always have the killer instinct? No. It was built over time. The more I sacrificed, the more I trained, the more I got passed over, the hungrier I became. I couldn't throw it 80 yards. I didn't have the size or speed. But I had a fire inside me. That couldn't be measured in combined stats. Mental mastery, serious, driven tone. Don't worry about what you can't control. Focus on the work. F** your tired body. F** your excuses. Get up and execute, ***. This is me versus me. It's not about titles. It's not about trophies. It's about leaving no opportunity wasted. About showing your teammates, and yourself, that when your number is called, you deliver. Legacy tone, slow, proud voice. I wanted to be the best I could be. Period. Super Bowls. That was the result of 1,000 unglamorous days. What matters is how you show up every morning. Your attitude. Your integrity. Your consistency. Your team. Because no matter how great you are, you can't do it alone. None of us can. Final push, deep, commanding tone. So wake up every day. Look in the mirror. And ask yourself, did I give it my best today? That's what greatness is. It's not one game. It's not one trophy. It's a lifetime of daily choices. And if you're willing to suffer now, you can live the rest of your life a champion. So let's go. Let's get back to work. Everybody loves the idea of success. Until it shows up wearing sweat, rejection, and loneliness. Everybody cheers for the underdog. Until the underdog actually wins. That's when it changes. People want you to do well. Just not better than them. Shift, voice sharpens with truth. But don't think you're going to have lasting success. If all you care about is yourself, you won't go far. If your version of hard work is doing just enough to look busy, accountability isn't a buzzword. It's a daily contract with yourself. Culture reflection, grounded tone. What does culture really mean? Do we care about each other? Do we care about what we're trying to build? Or are we just playing for our own stats? Most people only care when the spotlight hits them. But legacy is built in the shadows. By people who do more right than wrong. Who make more disciplined choices than impulsive ones. Who stay focused, long after motivation dies. Mirror moment, pause, serious tone. You know who motivated me? The man in the mirror. The one I had to answer to every single night. Nothing anyone said could take success away from me. But I could. If I stopped showing up. If I let doubt win. If I chose comfort over greatness. Underdog reality, emotional delivery. When I was sleeping on the gym floor, everyone was rooting for me. You're chasing your dream. You're hungry. They saw the blanket in the corner. They saw the grind. They said they believed. But the moment I pulled up in a car, the moment I hired a team, I became the enemy. Boss man's here now. Oh, you're too good for us. What changed? Nothing. Except I did what I said I was going to do. And they couldn't handle it. Hard truth, intense tone builds. People want you to grow. But only in ways that don't make them feel small. Success exposes envy. And that's why the climb is so lonely. Overnight myth, tone turns surgical. Everyone loves the highlight reel. But nobody sees the decade of failures behind it. That's why they say, must be nice. Overnight success. Because they weren't there for the rejections. The breakdowns. The nights you almost gave up. And truth is, they wouldn't have cared if you did. So don't be afraid of failing in public. Nobody's watching. Not really. Discipline, philosophy, methodical tone. Entrepreneurship. Self-mastery. Success. They all require one thing. Unreasonable, consistent, soul-testing focus. Not for a week. Not until it gets hard. Forever. Hard work isn't complicated. It's just relentless. And boring. And uncomfortable. But it's in those boring reps that greatness is built. The OSH*T moment, cinematic shift. When you get great at something, truly great, you realize just how much time it took. And you understand. You'll only have time to master a few things in this life. So choose them wisely. Because every great life is just a few obsessions done well, over time. Execution shift, sharper tone. We don't need more tips. We need more action. There have been times in my life I've wasted hours avoiding the very thing I knew I needed to do. And when I finally did it, it took 10 minutes. 10. All that delay. All that procrastination. It drained more energy than doing the damn thing. Momentum hack, calm, tactical voice. Shrink the gap between waking up and starting. Between one task and the next. Stop getting ready to work. Just work. The moment you start, the thread reveals itself. The ideas come. The momentum builds. Output formula, high-level strategy tone. Work smart. Yes. But first, work. Then get smart. Volume x skill equals output. Want more results? Do it more often. Do it better each time. That's how you beat everyone else. Relentless standard, voice deepens, driven. High performers don't work until a time. They work until a result. Open to goal. That's the rule. If it takes all day, so be it. You don't stop at 5 p.m. You stop at 100 shots made. At 0 mistakes. At full mastery. Inner accountability, final surge. When no one's watching. Work harder. When the room is empty. Raise your standard. There's a voice inside you. That version of you who's watching, judging, waiting. Prove him right. Every rep. Every set. Every decision, adds up. And with each scar. Each sacrifice. Each unglamorous win. You show yourself what you're made of. Closing line, slow, powerful voice. This is your journey. Nobody's coming to save you. But if you keep going, you will become someone even you never thought possible. There's something satisfying about suffering. Not for the sake of pain, but for what it produces. Hard work is not a means to an end. Hard work is the end. Most people chase a reward. They say, work hard, so that. But when you say, so that, you've already missed the point. Because that reward becomes the goal, not the work. But if you flip it. If the work itself is the prize. If emptying the tank is what you live for. Then you win every single day. Not when you arrive. But when you collapse at night, knowing you gave it everything. Beat picks up, midsection intensity begins to rise. You know what I've learned? The dream isn't the outcome. The dream is the grind. The mornings you get up when you don't want to. The nights you stay up when you're exhausted. The days you show up broken, and still find a way to move. That's the dream. You may not see results yet. That's okay. That's how it works. There's a delay. A long one. The bigger the mountain, the longer the delay between the climb and the summit. But most people quit in that valley. Because the feedback doesn't come fast enough. Shift in tone, calm but firm. You can't cheat the process. Because only you know how much you had left in the tank. Only you know if you coasted. Or if you revved the engine to the red line. In the beginning, it's all straight roads. Full throttle. But as you grow, it gets more complex. Turns. Elevation. No guardrails. Risk. Now it's about control, focus, discipline. Mastery. Cinematic pause, a moment of emotional reflection. And when it gets hard. When fear creeps in. When fatigue whispers to you. Remember this. Rest at the end. Not in the middle. You think you want your dreams to come true. But if you keep going. If you stay obsessed. If you honor the work. Something even greater will come. Now the fire builds, passion, heat, challenge. Who would you be? If you stopped running from pain. If you stopped needing praise. If you stopped waiting for permission. Who would you be? If you just did the damn work. Every day. Without validation. Without spotlight. Without applause. Let me tell you. Self-esteem isn't given. It's earned. It's earned in sweat. In silence. In suffering. When your mind wants to quit. But your soul says no. Brief drop in tone, then explosion upward. There's no shortcut to greatness. There's only the work. There's only the hunger. And hunger is everything. You can have talent. You can have potential. But if you don't have hunger, you'll be passed by someone who does. Hunger creates pattern recognition. Pattern utilization. Pattern creation. That's how legends are built. Now voice slows slightly, message sharpens like a blade. Look around. Everybody's trying to win the outer game. Money. Fame. Titles. But they forget the inner game. The only game that matters. Control your mind. Control your emotions. Control your effort. That's where fulfillment lives. That's where identity is built. Quiet instrumental, emotional close building up again. You can have everything and still feel empty. Because success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. But when you keep growing, when you keep giving, when you stay hungry, you come alive. You want happiness. One word. Progress. Final crescendo, anthem-like ending. So here's the truth. Don't settle. Don't rest. Don't wait. Grow. Give. Fight. Fall. Rise. Repeat. The path isn't easy. But it's yours. And when you look back, the only question will be, did I empty the tank? Because that is the dream.